Welcome to the Vertex Sync launch. We are excited to show you our new product, Vertex Sync. My name is Reijo Havonen, the CEO of Vertex Systems, and here is today together with me Jukka Haho.
Hello, product manager. I've been very closely working with Sync development.
And Petri Molkkari.
Hello, I'm a product owner for our new Vertex Sync product.
So together with Petri and Jukka, we will walk you through what Vertex Sync can do for you. We will show you a short introduction first by Nils-Erik Ekblom, and right after that, Jukka Haho will show you in action how to work with Sync, how it's integrated to Vertex BD, and what are the benefits of Vertex Sync for your daily work. After that, we are prepared to answer your questions. But first things first, so Nils-Erik Ekblom, please tell us shortly, introduce what is Vertex Sync and what it can do for us.
Welcome to the feature presentation of our new product, Vertex Sync. Vertex Sync is a cloud platform that brings everyone involved in design and construction into the same office digitally. Vertex Sync enhances collaboration, management and delivery of your projects. Work and collaborate with your team members using the same files and user interface from anywhere you want. All your projects and documents are saved, managed and shared securely around the clock in the Vertex Sync cloud storage. Vertex Sync is developed by us at Vertex Systems. We create automated design and data management software to make things faster and easier for the building industry. In this presentation, we will go through typical industry pain points and frustrations that Vertex Sync fixes. We'll go through feature highlights and end with how you can get Vertex Sync. Now let's talk about doing things twice. The internet has made it possible to easily split design, manufacturing, and construction data into different locations. We can even work on different continents if the economics make sense. However, this means that crucial project files and documents are now in multiple locations and traveling through various services and platforms. This is when things start to go wrong and often lead to this situation. We end up doing things twice, and we've been doing things twice over the lifespan of our projects for a very long time. Here's a list of industry pain points that need fixing. You can't locate files, you're working with outdated files, you're manufacturing or building with outdated plans, you run into design errors because your work is based on outdated information. Files get lost and delays happen because it's difficult to find relevant information. Now, it is rare that a single project goes through all of these issues, but the fact is that every single one of these problems is well worth fixing. And the reason is this. These problems are present in most construction projects, and they have a massive compounding effect on the whole industry, your bottom line, and most importantly, everyone's day-to-day work life. Based on research done with our Vertex BD clients, on average, for every CAD user in the industry, there are at least 5 other partners that benefit from direct access to projects and documents. That would be, in general, other designers inside and outside your organization, your clients, as well as people in manufacturing or on-site staff. We sat down with industry experts and talked about what's the solution here, as other cloud services and servers already exist. What can Vertex Systems do for you that Google Drive, Dropbox, or some custom server solution cannot? This is what we came up with. Let's bring everyone into the same office digitally. Most data inconsistencies and collaboration issues get fixed when we're all under the same roof, so to speak. Although Drive and Dropbox do a good job syncing and sharing everyday generic files, Vertex Sync goes further by addressing the unique needs of design, manufacturing, and construction teams. Here's how Vertex Sync handles sophisticated design workflows better than generic services. Vertex Sync provides a user interface tailor-made for CAD or BIM projects, giving design professionals a clutter-free platform to share and view buildings and documents. Vertex BD links seamlessly to Vertex Sync with minimal setup. Vertex Sync maintains up-to-date files through controlled collaboration and built-in version tracking. Teams are ensured to be working with the latest iteration of the building or document. Vertex Sync also manages reservation mechanisms to ensure that changes made by different designers do not overwrite each other. Vertex Sync acts as a single centralized data library that serves as a unified source of truth. Complex assemblies, references, libraries, and parametric models are linked and managed by Vertex Sync to reduce errors and duplication. Finally, the entire work experience and platform upkeep is backed up by direct Vertex Systems support. Vertex Sync users have a reliable partner they can get a hold of when in need of technical guidance and troubleshooting. Now, let's look closer at Vertex Sync's feature highlights and talk about how they eliminate errors and unnecessary steps from your workflows. The value of Vertex Sync comes from the fact that you can work anywhere, so you can seamlessly access and interact with your projects from any location as if you were in the office. Access latest revisions automatically without fear of using old data. You get to effortlessly store all your project essentials from 3D models to even photos right into Vertex Sync and enjoy a clutter-free universal workspace. There's no need to fear file loss or corruption. You can instantly share crucial documents with design, manufacturing, and construction site teammates. You can stop using email attachments and different messaging services to deliver crucial and up-to-date files and documents. Vertex Sync allows everyone to access and inspect your documents and 3D models on any device without you having to do a thing. Vertex Sync ensures everyone is always connected to your latest work. Locate your documents quickly with intelligent labels and metadata search, which can turn hours of searching into seconds. Manage your workspace like a professional by setting permissions and sharing design environments and libraries in a streamlined and secure manner. As long as the data gets uploaded into Vertex Sync, you can stop worrying and always work with up-to-date files. You get to have the correct and exact same components as others attached to your project, even when they're outside your organization. You're always in the right work environment, working with the latest plans, and have the same user experience and file structure as everybody else. There's no more guesswork and delays due to miscommunication. Plus, you can safely work from anywhere you want. When you look at the whole lifespan of a project, just the benefit of doing things once instead of twice is immense. Now, I hope you're all eager to know, how can I get Vertex Sync? Well, simply go to our website, enter the My Vertex store. There you can create a brand new Vertex ID and get to work with Vertex Sync. We hope you enjoyed this presentation and are excited to use Vertex Sync. For any further questions, please reach out to us here or through our website. Thank you for watching.
Let's take now a look at Sync and how the PD works seamlessly with Sync. And in this demo, we will have the Brive Sync integration, but then we will move to Vertex PD and see how to manage design environment. And also we do some enriching to documentation, and then we'll come back to Sync side to see how these updates are visible there in Sync. Let's start from Sync. Here you can see now the default initial view of the Sync. It can be changed by user that what is the initial view here. And now we can see the buildings. Let's open one of these example buildings here. And as you see, here we have different kind of documents, objects. So user can add any kind of documents, link it into building, and store them here, and so everything is very easily can be found here from this view using labels. We can have a different kind of labels for different purposes. For example, for the architectural drawings, one label and then some sub labels as well that you can You can make a label combination and see easily all the things you like to see there. And when you are viewing them, you can also quickly open the preview and see the more accurate view of this document there. Whenever you like to add something here in Sync side, it's possible to add here, for example, IFC files, DWC files, and other source data, what you need to start your design process or design project. There's the plus sign, and this plus sign means that always to tool to add something, some objects or like documents, photos, whatever you need to add, or even if you are admin user and you are adding to users, there's also plus sign, plus button for that purpose as well. Let's go back to the default screen, and here you can see that there's the one this kind of building card. You can see the circle, and there's the what's the meaning is that this is reserved by Petri Volkari. So he has reserved that, and now I cannot modify the same building or same object at the same time, but I can view it, open it also in PD for viewing if I like to. I think the next we will soon go to the Vertex PD side to see how we can open and modify buildings there. We will open this one, this Villa Scandinavia, as we can see here, all the architectural drawings and for example, if you take a architectural and permission drawings, the permission drawing site plans, sections, elevations, they are already here. And it seems that also a lot of structural drawings has been made, for example, panel drawings, but they are, for example, and also DWC conversion can be seen there. But for example, production needs PDF files and that kind of stuff, NC files, so the production can start. We will go to the PD side and open this building and do the necessary things there that production can start. So I am signed in Sync. These buildings can be in multiple locations. They can be locally, so that you only have the access to that. They are not linked to Sync at all, or then they can be in Sync. And now I will open this Sync view. So now this is filtered view that only those buildings I have added or which exist in Sync are visible now. And as you see in this building browser, you can see some red things there. This one is reserved for Petri Volkari. I cannot open it, or I can open it, but I cannot modify it. But my building seems to be what I was supposed to modify is Villa Scandinavia. I can open it. I just open it now. And when I open it, this is open from my computer if it exists there, but if it is not there, it's just downloaded from the Sync, and all the latest files are downloaded always from the Sync, so it is up to date. Here in PD side, you can then do things, modify as usual, but I'm now interested in to create some manufacturing files first. I create the PTL output of all the wall panels. I select these ones. Select and write output. That was quick. So they are now there. Then I like to also to create the PDF files of all the panels. This publisher is always available when you are creating, when you are signed into Sync. And this publisher can be used to do the different kind of file conversion, DWC conversion, PDF conversions, and so on. Now I'm creating the PDF book and PDF files of each panel and some other structural drawings at the same time. I have predefined this kind of set. I just press publish, and now system start to publish them. It takes a few seconds. As you see, there is now tools, easy tools to also to do the conversions. You don't need to do them one by one. You can generate them very easily and very fast way. Publishing is now done. Before we update all these changes or upload all these changes, merge them to Sync, I saw a couple of things from the PD itself. So there are a few buttons related to Sync here in Archives ribbon menu. And here you can sign in and sign out, but you can sign in also in this building browser. And there's also tools to modify and manage the environments. I have downloaded here in my system environment from Sync, and I can see here that it's up to date and it's currently in use. If you like to do the modifications to that or create a new environment there are tools to update the environment to Sync, create a new revision there, or create even the new environment. And when you first time is going to download it, you can always use this download and upload the latest environment also. But you don't need to take care of that changes. If admin user has done changes there in Sync side, Sync notify you when you need to update your custom environment. So this environment management is big help, or big help for the admin users to share the custom this design environment for all the team members. Now we are closing this building, and we are creating now the new revision. Let's say that panel PDFs and NC files done. And then we just save it. And what happens now, system updates all the modified files to the Sync, and also update the 3D model, view of the 3D model to Sync side. And it start to upload the files there. I don't need to wait that is done. I just go there and I could continue working, open the next building and so on. So, but okay, now as you see, all the files are already there in Sync, so it took very short time. Now we have done changes there, and now we jump back to Sync side. Let's see, can I see any new documents here? It says that there's newer revision over there, so let's open it. It's here. And as you remember, we created, for example, NC files. I can see all them there, so there seems to be PTL files. And if I open one of these NC files, I can see that it is okay. It is linked to that building itself, but also to that panel E1. And if I click now this panel E1, I can see that, okay, this panel E1 exists in this NC output file, in this PDF book. It's also linked to that building, and also I have made the PDF files of this panel E1. So that way you can see all this. You can easily see that which kind of files are linked to or related to that panel E1. And that is how it works. If I go back to this building, there's a lot of data here, a lot of documents, but whenever you need to find out any specific document there, you can just go there and use this filter. And for example, if you are interested in panel files, and then those panel files which are published, so they are PDFs or some other files, you can easily find all the published PDF files which are actually the different kind of panels or trusses. So that is how the sync works. And Reijo, I think you will continue.
Thank you, Jukka. This was an excellent example how we have integrated Vertex Sync together with Vertex PD, so it's seamlessly. And now anyone can access to all the BIM documentation and be sure that that's the latest files what are available. All right, we have received a couple of questions already, and now we go through and try to answer those questions. So first of all, here is a question which I like to give you, Petri. Probably the question is, what size of organization will benefit from Vertex Sync?
Okay, thank you, Reijo. Sync is designed to work with organizations of all sizes, big and small. All organizations will benefit up-to-date files and data available from the cloud seamlessly in every place 24/7. So there is no risk for old deprecated data use anymore. And especially if you are already using some other file sharing platforms like Dropbox or similar, you benefit Vertex Sync even more because our seamless integration to Vertex PD.
Good, thank you, Petri. Next question is that in which languages we do have Vertex Sync available. Today, Vertex Sync is available in English and also in Finnish language as a user interface. Then we have a question that how we can manage access to the models. Can you, Petri?
Maybe I can answer. There are different kind of roles available for users, and then there is an access for the users. And the organization administrator can modify who has which kind of role and which type of access there. So it's possible to manage by organization admin.
That sounds good. Then a question that is it limited to what kind of buildings Vertex is suitable? Can it be designed multi-story buildings from panels or modules? Jukka can answer to this question.
Yeah, there's no limited kind of buildings you can use with Sync. And then if you, for example, are using, depending on for which kind of building you are modeling there, but for example, if you are using the sub-models, those sub-models are linked to main building, and you can see all the structure there in Sync side as well.
Then we have a question that looks like Vertex Sync and Vertex PD work natively together or with each other, but I don't use Vertex PD yet, so how can I benefit from Vertex Sync? Can you, Petri, take this?
As I said before, each and every organization can benefit from Sync as the one location for all update documentation is available. You can upload and download and manage all types of documents in Sync. But if you cooperate with Vertex users, of course, you will enjoy more benefits with that way.
Good. Then we have a question that I'm a freelancer engineer working for over 20 different customers. Do they need to have a license to access the data on the Sync platform? And can they upload their data to the Sync platform? Maybe, Petri, you can take this.
Yes, it's about the licensing, how your companies you are working for working. You can have one organization for you, but also it's possible to get that your clients have already Sync organizations of their own, and you get access to those. So each and every organization have their own data separated from the other organizations that way.
And then you can safely separate the customer documentations that they can't see each other's work. Good. Then currently, one of our customers are running 5 PD stations with data on central server, the local executable file, but data is on a server. Will Sync degrade the to the speed of the users. Can Jukka maybe take this?
Yeah, sync actually, the Vertex PD, when Vertex PD is working together with sync, it's working always so that the PD is installed as a client installation. And there is workspace which takes care of the traffic between the cloud and the local workstation and optimize the traffic there so that all the changes files are transferred over the internet. That is how it works. So what is then compared to local server installation? What is the speed in that case, depending on also the local network and then internet connection?
Then there's a question that can you explain how multiple users can modify the same project at the same time simultaneously? Can you combine revisions to one final project?
Vertex PD sync integration works so that only one person can modify the building at one time, but then there are some techniques like shared and smart models and then also sub-models which can be used to split the work between the team members.
And can you combine revisions to the one final project?
Maybe that question was that is it possible to merge different revisions to one final version or revision? This kind of merging tool we don't have.
So the revision stays in one project. Only one is the latest one.
Yeah.
All right. And then one of the documents I wish to carefully share is stacking, logistic and factory schedule for modules in volumetric modular building. Do the architectural tools in Vertex offer to populate a stack layout to support sequencing plan and updates? I think this comes to you.
Yeah, I don't actually know that what's the question, what you have like to ask, but we have these panel stacking tools there, and those are fully supported also with Sync, so that the documents. The work is done in CAD side, but all the documents are transferred or are synchronized to Sync building in that cloud server.
And maybe we can come back then to this question to you directly, so to clarify that a little bit more in details. Is there a limit to number of people who can work on the same model?
We've already said that only one designer can modify one building at the time, but there is no limit how many people can view that model during one is working with making modifications. And of course, there are no limit after that who can modify when the designer has his or her work. So there is no such limit for users or user amounts, but one designer can make modifications once at the time for buildings.
Yeah, in a BIM model, yes.
Yes.
And then will this sync help with all the users to use the same updated custom folder?
Yes, definitely. That's one of the key points, so that you can easily do the changes in your local computer as an admin user for your custom libraries, and then synchronize that to cloud server. And all the others can then download it from there, and the Sync will actually send the notifications whenever there are changes, and you can then download it to your own computer. And this way, the working also is very, very fast because of this local hard drives is very fast, and if all the libraries with the big models and so on locally there, the working with the local installation is very quick.
Then we come back to the question about this freelance engineer having 20 different customers. He likes to have a clarification that do his customers need to buy a license to access the data?
Yes. Currently, each and every Sync user needs a license. But for example, in this case, I would suggest that each and every company has their own Sync organization to keep data separated and safe by organizations, and you get access to all those organizations then, preferably than otherwise that you have your own organization and you give an access for each of your clients to your organizations.
Okay, hopefully that clarifies, and we can contact also later on directly from our sales and discuss this more in details. Then as a question that what download upload speeds are expected from the Vertex Sync site?
Vertex Sync site speeds are quite high. Of course, they are depending on overall network speeds you have. You during the demo mentioned that only the modified data is uploaded or downloaded. So there is no need to upload all the data when you are syncing. So that makes synchronization much faster.
You maybe also noticed that the syncing was made in background. So when you are synchronizing, you can, the changes what you have made, you can also continue working immediately after that with the same building or open to new building.
Good. And then there's a question that what is the cost for Vertex Sync? And you can buy Vertex Sync from myvertex.fi site. You can subscribe it, and the price is $89 US per month. And then if you subscribe it for a year, then you get the minus 10% discount for the yearly subscriptions. And then there's a question about the cloud storage, how much you can save on cloud and save on sync account, one sync account. So how much disk you have available, Petri?
Currently, the quota is 500 gigabytes, which is quite a lot as compared to local PD buildings. They are much smaller in sync side, so they're possible to save quite many buildings there. So the 500 gigabytes limit is not reached very soon, but if needed, we can increase this quota.
Then we have a question that is it easy to migrate from AutoCAD or similar to Vertex? Can other CAD programs be connected directly to Sync, and how it will work together? And also we can maybe relate here other programs, not just other CAD programs. So Petri, I think this is, how about integrations? Can you tell a little bit us about that?
Yeah. Yes, Vertex Sync has an open API available. Documentation about API can be found from our documentation. And of course, if you are interested in integrations, please don't hesitate to contact us and we get you integration to start and up and running. So please contact us so we can get it started, the project.
Okay, so the interfaces are available. Then we have probably a question to Jukka, to you. If your company uses different CDE and the software of choice for design is Revit. However, Revit doesn't have output directly to the, for example, the machines they are using, in this case, the Hovik machines that use the file type CSV. How can Vertex Sync or Vertex PD help in making or aid in making a seamless process without utilizing various softwares and plugins?
Vertex PD is like a full software package, and how it's possible to utilize, for example, Revit files. At the moment, it's IOC. We can import data from the Revit and then convert walls to Vertex walls, and then create a panels and create a necessary CSV output files for the machinery.
Okay, thank you, Jukka. Then we have a question that will there be charge per one sync fee per corporation or organization, or is it tied to the number of the licenses we hold? It's actually tied to the number of the users. So every user, first of all, need Vertex ID, and then together with Vertex ID, you can have a Vertex Sync license. And every Vertex ID, every user needs to have a sync license. And then do I have a choice to still save files to my local network server if we set up sync with Vertex PD?
Vertex PD works with sync so that the installation is done locally. It is possible, of course, to download the content from the sync and save it locally somewhere if needed. But the PD, like buildings and PD libraries and all stuff, its idea is that they are in sync, and then you have this workspace, and through that you can work with sync. So this local workspace is just like a working copies of those files what you have in sync to speed up a transfer over the internet.
And then here is a question that if the Vertex PD project is 20 meg on the first save, does all the files per 20 meg get uploaded to the sync? Any changes then sync thereafter? The local copy is always current. If sync has an outage, then the local copy is unaffected.
Yes, okay. If I understood correctly the question, if you are making a building, a local building, when you are uploading it first time to sync, then it's all new, so all the files are uploaded then. But of course, we recommend that organization saves template buildings in sync, or you can use all old buildings as a template in sync and start from there. So basically, when you are starting a new building in PD, you can use the template located in sync, and all the files are already there. And then the starting point is actually that only changed files are uploaded to sync, because the original copy from the template for new building has been made already in the cloud. Could you repeat that second part of the question, please?
If something happens, I understand it so that if something happens to sync that or the internet connections that the sync is not available, the local copy still unaffected, so it still stays there. So you can work with that.
Local copy still stays there, but there is that not necessarily each and every file is yet downloaded to your local computer, because our seamless integration means that all the content is not necessarily downloaded when you are opening it. Those files are downloaded as you need those.
All right, thank you. And then we have a question about version. Can I use sync with version 2023 of PD?
Yeah, sync is just released and will be released soon and launched soon, and it's working with the latest PD version 2025.
And we are supporting 2 latest PD versions always. Good. Okay, let's check. I think those were all the questions we have received so far. So thank you very much for everyone attending to this webinar and all these questions. Thank you for Jukka and thank you for Petri, all the answers and a good demo. And you can get sync from my vertex.fi/store, and you can try it free. And for example, here was a couple of questions about the speed and those kind of things. I think it's easy to test the speed, take a big project, have a Vertex Sync trial and try it. Our server is at the moment located in London, so it's pretty central place and good connections pretty much everywhere. And we will release the first version of Sync 5th of February. We will be happy that you will try it for free first, and then if you have any questions, you want to have support or any more information, please have a look at our website, our documentation, and you can always contact to our support and also our sales. So we are more than happy to help you. Thank you so much for attending this webinar, and thank you for those who has been participating in our beta program and trying our sync already and helping us with the final versions, and can't wait to get started next week. Thank you and have a good day. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.